Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. For those of you who are new to my channel, child, let me introduce you to the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, the life-size fabric sculpture dolls you see sitting behind me. I created these dolls myself, and as I was sewing them, they would not stop talking to me. And this led to my Jungle Beauty Goddess Oracle deck and my Jungle Beauty Goddess book series. But today I'm going to talk to you about a dream that I had about Will Smith, and I pulled some cards to bring some sense to my dream, child. That's what we're going to talk about. And I have my spiked pomegranate juice this is delicious. But pomegranate juice, red wine, and lime. So I had a dream, a very vivid dream that my family owned like a retreat center or like a hotel, and celebrities would come there to rent out like sections of the room, or just to rent out space. So I saw Will Smith in line, and I like Will Smith, and it wasn't like a romantic but I was just like, hey, I got this really good room and I think you're gonna love it. So I took Will Smith out of the line and to take him to one of the rooms. And as we were going to the room, we went through a room where a church was taking place. It was like an old school style Black Baptist church, okay? Where the minister dances up and down the aisle, and if I'm talking about the stereotypical, and the choir and the black people in the church. So when we walked into the church, it's like we came in through the back door. So, Will Smith grabbed my hand, and everybody in the church started cheering, and they were saying, "Oh, what a wonderful couple. There's nothing like, like love," or they were saying like black love, and, being in this, relationship, and just calling us like this power couple, like, "Oh, you guys are so amazing." It was just, people were just like clapping, right? And as soon as we walked all the way through the church, and we left like through the back door, right? Will Smith immediately dropped my hand, and he said, "We have to always keep up appearances because image is very important, because this is how people support you," or something like that. But I just remember he said, "We have to keep up appearances because your image is very important." And that dream really bothered me. And for a while, it's been, I'm like, is it saying that, could you be in a relationship where you're just a prop, where people just need you to come across a certain way to society so people can see you in a certain way, but behind closed doors, there really isn't any real love. You know what I mean? So, because the dream was so vivid, and I don't remember my dreams all the time, I said, this dream is important. And I've been trying to bring sense to the dream. And I think it makes sense. Right? And so I pulled, a couple cards tonight. And because I wanted to understand. So before we get into that, let me ask you a question. Would you, guys, I don't even know how to, I'm just going to come real raw and real honest. So, I always tell people that the best marriage in the world to me was Bill and Hillary Clinton. And I don't really mean that, because I feel like marriage is about commitment. It's about looking out for somebody. It's about being there. It's about being in the family car. It's about, it's business. It's like, how people say it's not personal, it's business. Well, that's how I look at marriage. It's not personal, it's business. Of course I don't love you, but this is business. I don't feel that way. But I wonder if you can have a very, loving marriage where there's intimacy and you trust that person and you love that person and you want to see that person and you're married to them? Or is marriage really this cold institution where it's about, the red tape? It's, how you work in a bureaucracy and every department is responsible for a certain task. And it doesn't matter, if you're happy or sad that day. What matters is that the mortgage has to get paid, the kids have to be fed, the house has to be cleaned, life goes on. So I've always looked at marriage as something where there should be a goal that's bigger than the couple, and that they should focus on making sure that their family is successful, that everyone reaches their goals, the kids are, educated and go to college, that, if your husband is running for office, that your job is to be there by his side, and if you are angry with him, you beat him up behind closed doors, you withhold love, and you just get on with the day. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I wonder too, with this dream that I had about Will Smith, and how, when we were walking through the church and everybody is cheering, and when we leave, he drops my hand. I wonder, when, I don't know how to ask you guys this, would you marry somebody? If you went out with somebody and they asked you to marry them after the first date, would you marry them? And this person, maybe they could have what you need, but maybe not what you want. Would you? I don't know. It's just perplexing my brain. Can you, is marriage about I'm in love with you? Is marriage about having a big goal that the couple is trying to achieve, and they put forth their resources and their, intellectual as well as financial resources and their networking to help each other reach their goals, even if I don't know, I'm a very so anyway, so I'm confused. So I pulled a card tonight about this whole Will Smith dream and love and marriage, and and if you meet somebody and they can't possibly love you, right? Because they don't know you. So the card that came up for me is do they love you or need you? Do they love you or need you? I feel like that is really what I'm talking about. If you are, let's say, a public person, or you need a certain image to project to the world, would you marry somebody who you thought projected the type of image that you need to take you to the top? Not because you love her, but because she has, the outer, what do you call it? The superficial, you know what I'm saying, characteristics that you feel that you need. Is that any different from women who may, marry a guy because she's looking for financial stability? I mean, do people get married because they love each other, or do people get married because they need each other? Or, I don't know. I'm really confused. And then I pulled one more card, because I wanted a little bit clarity about everything that's happening. And my card says, give in to love. I don't know if you guys know. So this is Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai. And she's with her Mr. Moon, Dr. Lunar M. Crater, Mr. Moon Man Lover. And the card says to give in to love. And I feel like the cards are saying, when you're looking at relationships, it's not just about what you are. It's not just about love. But sometimes people they think they love you because they need you, but they really don't love you. And sometimes people, it says, do they love you or need you? And I think that is a question that I'm going to carry in my heart, to see because if someone needs you, they don't know if they love you. And if someone love you, they don't, if they really love you, then I think that when I think true love is, you're able to let a person go. You're able to do what's best for them and best for you. And I think it's just a more complicated and healthy type of situation. But anyway, I know this video may not make a lot of sense, but I guess it was just about looking at your relationships and asking yourself, the person you're with or the person that you are thinking about being with, is it a real relationship based off of genuine love and affection? Or is it a relationship that looks good to your family? It looks good to the public. Is this a person that you really want to be with, that you want to wake up to every day? Do you really love them, like in a special way? Or do you really just need them because maybe they help you out financially, or maybe they look out for you, or maybe, you understand what I'm saying? So I don't think that you're using someone if it's a mutual understanding. Like if that person says, look, I'm gonna, do this. I'm running for this position and I need you to be by my side. And you're thinking, well, sure, I think that'll work. If both people agree to that. But I think if both people aren't on the same page, I think a lot of people can get hurt. But I think it's really important for people to look at their relationships and say, is this person hanging on to you because they need you financially? But do they really, really love you? Do you understand what I'm saying? And what does love look like for you? To me, love is pure. It has no agenda. That's always been my definition of love, is that I feel like true love has no agenda. And if there's an agenda, then, it could be something else. And there's nothing wrong with it as long as both parties are on the same page. Well, anyway, that's my little dream. I hope that this video, gives some insight to maybe help someone who maybe is struggling to see if they're in a healthy relationship, or if they're just sticking around because they need that person, if that person's attached to them because they need them, or is it really based on a genuine concern and love and affection for another person. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you, darling, in the next video.